Hello there, fellow Factorians. Welcome back to my Pyanodons challenge run. During the last episode, we created moss, and we fed the moss to our tree farms, which is letting us make some logs, which means that I no longer, hopefully, have to go running around and chopping up a bunch of trees manually. That's going to be very helpful in terms of making sure that my steel is still flowing. So I'm very pleased about that. That said, I have gotten only a few logs, and it's going to take some time for this all to ramp up. In particular, I need to build a few more planters boxes so I can get a few more tree modules. But I have bigger plans for today's episode. In particular, I would really like to go through my base and build myself some improved infrastructure, go through and fix some stuff. And also, I would like to get a concrete building going. So those are my two big goals for today. I think today is going to be a day where I do a lot more fast forwarding and a lot less, like last session, I don't think I fast forwarded at all. Oh, I have a third goal as well. My third goal really is to allow some time for my base to create resources, because next session I'm going to go and build a much bigger setup for future science production, because with these next two sciences, I'm out of all the cheap stuff, and everything from here on out costs thousands and thousands and thousands of science. All right, so with that said, what to do first? Well, I know I'm going to be building a few more buildings, and I'm guessing, yeah, my power is running on the edge of its potential. So I'm going to go run around and add some more power infrastructure. So that's more coal mining, a few more boilers. Looks like I've got some space for a little bit more ash sorting, a few more steam engines. But this is nothing you haven't seen before, and I think I'm going to give you a break and do this all in accelerated time. So see you back in a little bit. Okay, so that's a few more boilers running. Next, I'd like to grab, go check my tree farms and grab a little bit more wood. Hopefully I've managed to produce some. Then I'll be able to get a little bit more science going, and then we'll see if I've got enough to get that concrete stuff going. Yep, wood is backing up on the belt toward my steel build, which is awesome. I produce science just a little bit. Don't have the native flora currently, but I will shortly. What else is going well here? I mean, mostly it seems to be going pretty well. I get seaweed in there. That's weird. Did the seaweed fairy just come by and give me a present? I do not understand. Get some planters boxes as well. Really need, I mean, it would be ideal if I automated that. Maybe I can automate it. Got ash right there. I should have wood. What else do I need for a planter's box? I think it's unfortunately a two-step process. Yeah, stone, wood. Okay, I have most of that, so I could just... Yeah, because I would like to make quite a few of these. So let's sort that out. think I can. If I extract wood from you. Oh, interesting. Even though it's in the full slot, in the fuel slot, I cannot. Well, maybe I need to set a recipe first. Nope. Nope, that doesn't work. Odd and unfortunate. Okay, well, there's an easy fix for this. It's weird. Usually you can get fuel back out of buildings, or so I thought. I'm just taking the trouble to automate this because, or partially automate it, because I'm still going to be feeding some of the ingredients in boxes. Because I'd really like to get quite a few treed modules going. Interesting. And you also do not, because you're limiting yourself, this building is limiting itself, as I'd set up, but that maybe is a little bit annoying. Just take this whole thing apart. Okay, I don't have to do that anymore. Okay, just need to give you a little bit of power and fill you up with some logs again. Maybe I will let you put some in a box for me. Oh, I'd rather have the logs themselves. Okay, we'll face there and do nothing. Okay. Stone, iron. This needs to be a full planter box, which means I need to belt over. Can I belt over and then block? Is that a waste of time? I was thinking of belting for soil on this half belt. I know what I'm going to do. I need to grab some ash anyway. I'll put up something to put soil in over here. This isn't going to be a fast process by any means. Are you? Yeah, because I stole some from you recently. Okay, I'm on the ball. I'm not just talking to myself for no reason because I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I am thinking out loud and wondering what to... Just getting this build done. Be done in just a second. Okay. Now this will be feeding some soil in as soon as that builds up. You kick-started. I just need to figure out how to get some fuel to you. Okay, just complete spaghetti madness. And voila, that should be automated, semi-automated, because it's still leveraging all this stuff in a box, planters boxes. And then I would also like to prevent you from running when there are no planter boxes there. Really need to remember to type more letters. And you also were not running well because you didn't have access to any seeds. So, time for yet more spaghetti. Okay. Automation. Name of the game, right? That's done. That will run. And we're good to go. Okay, now with the steel backing up, I can steal a little bit of logs to put in a box here for myself for later. I will limit this chest. Okay. Now then, steel. I kind of want to increase my steel production. I have a lot, but I foresee in the future that it's going to be insufficient. So I think I'm just going to add a couple more of these, which will mean that I have to add more coke production. So you've also seen this happen before, so I'm going to time warp and be right back again. Okay, so I just doubled my steel production, except for the fact that I do not currently have enough coke. So I'm going to be working on increasing my coke production in just a moment, which means yet more coal mines and more destructive distillation columns. Again, I don't think this is something that is particularly new, so what do I talk about while I run through this stuff? Also need to keep in mind to keep handcrafting some more signs as I go. Okay. Very odd to be low on ash. Yeah, I just need to grab some out of a box somewhere, and then all of a sudden I've got ash again. No problem. This looks bad. Somehow I contaminated my belt with soot. Hopefully it's was a temporary thing at some point. It's probably a temporary thing at some point. Sure. Yeah, that'll be no problem. Okay. So I just need to keep cranking on a bit more science. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I have all small parts. Might actually go for steel chests now. Have a bit more steel to play with. And I would really like the small to like really be completely full by the time I need to go out into the wider world and fill up that screen with huge amounts of machines. Oh yeah, we'll turn everything here into steel chest. Kind of a shame that I put inserters at the very back of a line here. Maybe I'll need to expand my base a little bit more even and work on getting a little bit more iron into the mall, because yeah, especially when I pulled iron out of the personal chest here, it becomes problematic. So I think I can add a little bit more iron production as well. I planned ahead for it, sort of. So next, a little bit more iron production. same build as before, except I probably want to not... Yeah, I'll save the stone and do something else with it when I need to go to concrete. Anyway, as always, you've seen this before, so I think I will not force you to watch it again. Back in a little bit. So that is a bit more steel iron production, but that belt, half belt, can't handle it anymore, so I'm just gonna pull some off and merge it onto the other side. No problem. Okay, I think this will be okay because this, the ones from the iron oxide production still have priority and will still be used first. So that should be okay, and that's enough. Maybe I should grab a little bit of ash off that end too. Merge that in. Okay. So with that done, my ball should be kicking over even better than it was before. It was already doing a really good job for me, considering it filled up those boxes of small parts. Grab a few more of those now. I'm even getting iron down to the end to make more inserters, so that's really perfect. Everything looks pretty good right here. This is a little bit of a problem. We'll fix that with a little bit of inserter magic. Okay, and this should keep that running. Cool. Yeah, I'm surprised this copper stuff is managing to run at all. I mean, this is backed up down here, and that's kind of okay because maybe I'll just move my grab chest over. Steal from that side of it instead. But copper is not really in super high demand right now, so it's not a big deal. Okay, I did get concrete while I was talking and rambling, so I guess I will do a live version of the concrete build. Guys, what's going on here? Okay, so you're blocking because I didn't really deal with the stone I was producing. I'll deal with that in a little bit. Actually, a pretty soon bit, because I'm going to be using that for part of the concrete. So, concrete production. Not as simple as it is in regular factorio, of course. You need gravel, you need sand, and you need lime. Lime comes from a combination of oak, which I have yet to expand. Oak in a high temperature furnace with limestone, and I think that's it. Oh, actually, yes, I will be right back because I want to tear this apart, get double that build. Maybe I'll move it a little bit, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so you're coming in at the tail end of me doubling up my coke production. I mean, it's producing other stuff. It's producing tar, it's producing coal gas, and those are useful and are being used productively, although I should probably, now that I think of it, increase the size of my glass buffer, because that's also going to be a problem soon enough. But the real reason I'm running this build is to get more coke. And not the illegal kind. I feel like I just make dad jokes constantly while filming these videos. They just spring to mind, and they're like, pop, dad joke, pop, another dad joke. I don't know what's with me. Yeah, that said, let's hook up the tar. There we go. And that should be this build working. As soon as I sort out moving the coal and the iron oxide away. That's something that was dumping iron oxide. That's where I was putting the coal. Okay. Let's use the "you shall not pass" filter again for iron oxide. Put it on this belt that's sending it out to where I'm doing recycling of all the byproducts of soot separation. And this is just about done. Cool. So last thing I want to do is get onto that concrete build. Oh, concrete. Yes, I was doing that before. I need a high pressure furnace right here. I am sacrificing this stone patch. Am I sacrificing this stone patch? Maybe. I need it to make lime. And as I recalled correctly, it does also make byproduct carbon dioxide, which I will have to kind of do something about. Put you in here and top of valve this. Okay. And I get limestone here somehow. Put that in. Maybe it would be better to better to do it this way. I think. I just have limestone hanging out there, so at least I have a prototype for it. Need to get that water. Goes here. Power. Coke is not coming through as fast as I would have expected, so I probably screwed up this build, and of course I did. This should definitely, just a missing inserter here. That's going, this is going. That's not going. Oh, disconnected belt maybe? Disconnected belt. Several disconnected belts. Okay, so live debugging. But if I hadn't jumped out of time warp, I think this episode would have ended up being 5 minutes long from your perspective. So you'll just have to bear with me for a little bit, I hope. Are you going through? Yeah, I think you're going through. So I just need to take care of you. How do I take care of you? And I jump across. So let's make it happen this way. Okay, that should unblock you. And that should mean I get more regular coke in here. And you producing? No, you're not producing. Why are you not producing? Are you not voiding your tar? Oh. One of the problems with Pyanodons buildings being so high is that when you're building like this, you can't see what's behind them, and therefore it all gets a little confused. But now this should be working. Hopefully this can void enough tar to keep me going. I wanted to go ahead and build some bigger boxes. Actually, maybe I'll just build even more boxes. The nice part about building more resources is then you can waste more resources. There we go. A lot more boxes. So now we should definitely not overflow our glass buffers. Although tar is kind of building up quickly. What's my rate calculator say for tar consumption? You not tell me how much energy I'm using? Is that in a different graph? No input fluid. How about here? Okay, just let me manually calculate it. 10 megawatts of tar, which is, I want to say it's 200 kilowatts per liter, so that's 50 liters per second. What are we making over here? So that would be, yeah, it's definitely not going to use it up doing that. Okay, I got a fix for this. Because I don't... Do you overproduce liquid glass? Do you underproduce liquid glass? Yeah, it looks like you are underproducing liquid glass. So, do I want to kind of sacrifice this nice structure that I built? Of course I do. It's the starter base. It's the bootstrap base. It's not even the starter base now. It's the base that will get me to the base that is the starter base. So let's go ahead and switch to liquid glass for you. Oh, and you can help me consume the tar. Then we'll go with another glassworks up here, making more glass. How does that sound? I think that sounds good, except for the fact that I did not account for a place to put in the liquid glass. Only need 2 inserters, that's fine. Okay. Now you should be using up a lot more power, because all of this will be running better, and yes, great. Okay. Problem averted. Concrete's still not finished. Still not even barely started. I have the lime that I need. Why do I not have limestone? Because I don't have the water. Of course I don't have the water because I didn't hook it up. Jump over you. What are you blocking? Oh, that's old. And I wish you could move around the exits on these buildings, the automatic pushes, but you cannot. That's okay. We will push it out to here and here, and it's all good. And you're getting water, so you should be making lime, which was part of the concrete recipe. Where's the rest of it? Lime, gravel, sand, water. And sand, I believe you can make from processing soil, muddy sludge, and washer. But gravel I need stone for, and stone is over here. So I think I will take my lime and put it on a belt and get it moving down the base. I'm going to come over here and spot that I'm not producing enough of the iron ore to make all the steel that I was hoping for. And completely sidetracked myself. Deliberately, willingly. Okay, here we go with more iron, but we were getting coal to come over to someplace that will hopefully be, or sorry, lime. Getting a lime over to someplace that I will be making concrete with. Right, somewhere around here I will make the concrete. I believe I need water for it. So the fact that there's a water line right here is promising. Okay, I will tap off this water line. I'm still in the mood to save pipe and not use too many undergrounds up. What will I use for fuel way out here? Do I want to make some dedicated fuel lines or just wing it? And while I'm thinking about winging it, I will also go and deliver some extra iron and stone to my production of planter boxes so that I can keep building tree modules. Okay, winging it is working. Yeah. This whole episode just feels like a massive sidetrack. Okay. Oh, what's going on? Why are you not producing? You're not producing because you're not producing because... What? 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 I stopped getting water because I unhooked a water line here, and now I've screwed up my entire production. Good thing I came back and checked. Now it's going again. Go even faster, except I wasted a whole bunch of time doing that, but c'est la vie. Don't need that. Yeah, so you'll just produce me a bunch of tree modules. We'll put them on the other side so they're more visible, because I'm not going to put them into more tree farms. This actually is enough tree farms. I'm going to have a little buffer of wood. I'll get everything going once more. You all good? Definitely seem like you're all good. Okay. everything is roses up here. Back to concrete. So my dilemma is where to get fuel for the concrete. Let's steal raw coal from over here. Why not? I'm out of undergrounds. I send you out here, put ash on you. Will that be a problem? Yeah, it would be a problem. Okay. Very random spot for this. Okay, now I need gravel, which means a jaw crusher. I can just make exactly one, which is wonderful. They absolutely do not fit between two power poles, which is less than wonderful, but I can live with that. You somehow. Oh wow, that takes so much gravel up. Well, I think that's the best we're gonna do. So you take, wow, 10 lime per second. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is just a lot. Could I get you to come over here maybe? Probably won't have stone to support this much production anyway, but I'm gonna try. Oh, if I do this, or would I even? How do I get the concrete out? It's low. I guess lime is the low man on the totem pole. So. What am I doing? I am wishing that was on a different side. Yeah, I'm wishing that this was on a different side. Nope, that's not what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay. Get some lime into you for sure. And then we'll pop one box of concrete out of you. After I of course get stone in here and figure out where to get the sand. Definitely have stone that I could just steal. Cross through. I sort of planned this. Promised I did. I definitely should get rid of all this aluminum that's just clogging up my inventory. Take it down here. Grab some more resources. See, this is why we're going to soon be building almost always in time warp, so that you do not have to pay attention to how horrible this is. Listen to me ramble. Okay, that'll bring in a bunch of stone. No, sorry. I didn't want to bring the stone over there. I want to bring sand over there. Just made a mess. Bring the stone to the jaw crusher. Okay, jaw crusher, do your work. Make some gravel. And then it was oil machine and a washer to make sand. I'm not ratioing any of this properly. I'm just hoping it works out. So, oil extractor, washer, you make sand. Not limestone. Okay, so I'll make 2.5 per second, and I do need the 3 inserters, so that's a good thing. I mean, kind of, it's a good thing. But it also means that I'm going to make muddy sludge, which I need to pipe all the way back to where I was, the moss, as a byproduct. But I don't hate that. Can I fit you between 2 power poles? Somehow I expect not. No. Unfortunate. Okay, well, let's just do what I was doing before. Kind of. Put you on the other side. Now we're cooking with nothing. Okay. Right, you were the thing that actually would fit between 2 power poles. Lovely. Okay. And does it go? Probably would prefer to put it on the other side of the belt. And as a go. And now I just need to deal with the muddy sludge and concrete as a go. Or should I bring my muddy sludge up to directly? Hopefully I left room to put in a top-up valve too. Possibly. If I move this power pole, certainly. Almost out of check valves. That's not the greatest thing in the world. I was thinking about doing reinforced concrete this time too, but something makes me suspect that I'm not going to end up doing that. Okay. Also very concerned that I've got an uneven number of underground pipes on me. That's, oh, yeah, it's never a good sign when that's the case. Someplace, something is wrong. But let's check if concrete will actually go. Sand is being made. I've got plenty of gravel. Sand is the only thing that's a problem. I think I need to put another inserter on my lime production, and we might be all set after I double check that I haven't broken moss or something that was super important. Okay. You are full of carbon dioxide, which is not a good sign. I have a feeling... Oh no, it's just that moss is full somehow. Moss is full. Why is moss full? Moss is full because the trees are not running because I broke water twice in the same day. Seem to be connected. Double check. Facing you back to where you originated from. Is all my water broken? I must have broken. Yeah, that's where the underground came from. The underground is a water line underground. Yeah, there it is. Of course, there it is. Put that back in place, and we are good to go once more. Might actually need another offshore pump. These only produce 1200 per second, and while that sounds ambitious, there's a chance that I would need that. So better safe than sorry. Okay. I have finished a concrete build. Concrete is wonderful because it gives you a 250% walking speed. Now, I would like to do reinforced concrete as well. Refined concrete. Refined concrete gives you a 350% walking speed, and the stone only gives you 140, I think. So all of that is super nice. On the other hand, reinforced concrete costs steel. It's like only 1 steel per 10 refined concrete. And it does multiply. It does give me 10 refined per 5 regular concrete. So it might be worth it. Yeah. If I could squeeze that build in here somehow, we'll definitely do that. This would give me some fuel. Yeah, I could probably get steel and iron sticks over here somewhere. Somehow. I mean, I definitely can do that. I want to do it. Yeah, let's... Okay, bear with me. I am going to do that. This up by 1. This should actually be relatively easy to do the sticks. Because I'll have access to both fuel and iron right here. also a way to get rid of my ash. More sticks. And then I just have to bring in steel. And I will be super cheap and bring in steel through this area. Okay, so I just need to get some steel onto the other side of this line. And then the jankiest build that I've done yet will be complete. Almost done here. I will need to steal some steel. Oh god, now I'm making terrible puns. What is wrong with me? Everything is wrong. I guess you can go in the comments and tell me that I am the worst commenter ever. Go up by one. Yep. But the spaghetti must grow, and this plate of spaghetti is almost at the point of no return. So I'll steal some steel off this belt. They will combine down here. Combine down here so that they'll merge properly. Why did I undertake doing that? That's hilarious. Okay, one spot of belt, I guess. That's why. Okay. Now, the only concern I have is that, yeah, the carbon dioxide is still not being vented. I hope that with trees going once more, that's going to not be a problem. They're all running full tilt. Yes? Yes, no? Yes. Yeah, you're all running full tilt. Let's make a bigger stockpile for logs, just in case. Maybe steal from 2 of the steel lines. Yeah, this is going to be a massive backlog of steel if the, but no, I think the refined concrete is worth it. And I have, 625 up here. Yeah, I'm rich. Who cares? Steel for days. I think we might be done. Let me run down to my mall and double check that I have plenty of resources, because next time I plan to build a massive power build first, I think. Because I'll need at least 100 megawatts in more capacity to start producing science at scale. Also, we'll need those pumps, so let me make some signs when I thought of it. Why you shut? Oh, interesting. It also closed the chest down. Cool. I have the mod that automatically turns off deconstruction planners a mine when it's out of resources, but I didn't expect it to deconstruction planner the chest. That's very handy. Okay. That is running well. This is running well. This is not running well. This muddy sludge is backed up. suppose I could deconstruct some of this gravel, this other stone. Or I can hope that the moss kicks back into gear. Maybe I need to build a few more tree farms, although I don't really want more trees. I think I have enough to run the steel, no problem. But yeah, I'll do that next time. So what was I doing? I was going down to check if I had plenty of resources at the mall. 2 full boxes of small parts. Everything else notwithstanding should count as plenty. Oh, that's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. This is all backed up. Maybe it's backed up because my mall is running super well. Maybe because I overfed it with resources. No, it's because my mall has plenty of stuff done for me. And I should have unlimited some of these boxes. Okay, well, I'll do that now. I do have a full steel chest of small parts, so that is a good sign. And now that I've unlimited these boxes, this should start running. I should probably do something to prevent this situation. Yeah, okay. I'll fix this. Okay. That will block this belt if this this section is completely full. And do this here. Maybe everything is greater than... Okay. Yeah, so now these belts will no longer... I mean, it'll block the previous build, but the previous build is just making me all the resources that I need. So it's okay to block that. Muddy Sludge started to unmuddy sludge itself. No steel here yet. What? No sticks, because I don't have an inserter. And I will have refined concrete. Awesome. I think this stacks to 1,000, so it's actually okay to have this in relatively small chests. I don't want to pile up too much of it. Okay. I'm definitely finishing this episode now. Got a lot done. I think the starter base is mostly in good shape. Probably need to look into those blinking lights down there, but I'm going to ignore those for the second. And next time, expect me to run off to Never Never Land and start building something huge out of Blueprint, and everything will be hunky-dory because I will have pre-planned it, and you'll... maybe I'll even pre-script this. No, I definitely won't pre-script it. It'll still be dad jokes and awful commentary. So that said, that's an episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.